Hi, this is Sebastien Braxton, and welcome back to Verse by Verse. This is episode number 17, and we are looking at Genesis chapter 1 and verse 31. Now, in the very last verse of the chapter, the Bible tells us that God took some time to look at everything that he had made, and he declared it to be very good. Now, we realize that he did this each and every day, but for some reason, at the end of the week, after evaluating it daily that it was good, there was something about the total work together that made it very good. Now, there are a lot of different lessons that jump out to us here. Well, the first thing is that creation is also a type of our recreation in Christ. This is a reminder to David's prayer in Psalm 51, where he said, "Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me." The very process of redemption is illustrated by the process of creation. And what does that exactly mean? What that tells us is that God did not do everything in a day that he could do, but he only did what he planned to do. So that means as God is recreating you and myself, when he's changing our characters, it is not something that God is able or desires to do all in one day. But what it also reminds us is while God doesn't do everything in a day in my life that he can do, and he does what he plans, God is not going to take forever to finish. You see, this reminds us that God finishes the things that he starts. So he began on the first day and he ended on the sixth day. He was done with his work at the end of that particular day, and there was nothing else left to be done. This begs the question, has God begun in your life? Has he started a good work in your life? And if Jesus has started a good work in your life, then you can be confident that he will finish what he starts. Reminds me that right there on the cross when Jesus was dying, he bowed his head, and right before he died and gave up the ghost, he said, "It is finished," because God finishes what he starts. That means that our testimonies are just a reminder that God has started, and we can have confidence that he's going to finish exactly what he started. But I would also challenge you to take time to look at the work that God has done in your life. Look at the good things that God has made. Look at the ways that you have grown and that you have progressed, and see that God's work has been very good. And I trust that as we live out these principles and continue on in the darkest, most challenging times of life, no matter how bad we see ourselves, no matter how terrible our mistakes, to know that Jesus says, "I will finish what I have begun, and you will be perfect and faultless before my glory with exceeding joy by his grace."